Live with MeechReal.
How y'all doing? Y'all alright?
Yes.
Tell y'all something real quick. So, I want to thank everybody for coming. I'm really, really excited about tonight. I was excited to see you came back. Let me tell y'all real quick. Something funny about what the devil do. So me and my homeboys were talking is that this year, the rest of this year is a very fruitful year for those that have been planting seeds years before, which means there will be a lot of distractions. That your year is promised for a lot of distractions because of how fruitful you can be if you manifest, if you put your hands to the ground. I was standing outside praying and I just my ex just bumped into me that I haven't seen in like 8-9 years. It's just the most randomest act of the devil that you just like you don't have nothing to do, man. Like, but I thought it was really funny, and actually gonna touch it. Actually just was just confirmation on top of confirmation on what God shows, man, is that you look at something, and it was weird just seeing her because I saw everything that I saw before, and it was like, see, I was a prophet, I didn't even know it. And nothing bad about it, just knew it wasn't mine, it wasn't for me, and praying for whoever it was, but it was just weird. Like I said, this person, seen 8-9 years, just pulled up, don't live around here, and nothing like that. We're up here every Saturday, around this time, never happened. So, I just want you to know that he wants to distract me because I think that something I'm going to say is going to bless you. I think he just want to throw the course off. Man, I'm pretty sure something happened on some of y'all too. Coming back, something. Try to step. So I'm thanking y'all for being back. God is good. So, y'all talking about y'all expectations before we get into this, because we're going to go pretty quick. This far, has everybody that's been here for the weekend, have y'all, I guess I want to say overall, heard God some way, shape, or form? Got some kind of confirmation, maybe a little bit? Okay, sweet. So real quick, just a little bit about me is shift your perspective. See, I was blessed, I consider blessed. I was blessed to be born into dysfunction. My parents hated each other. I've never seen my parents love each other. I don't know what that looks like. So what it forced me to do was to create a defense mechanism, and that my defense mechanism was the computer. Yeah, I'm telling you. My defense mechanism was my perspective. The difference of it was that I used it to. Have you ever set your mind to just know that the worst thing was going to happen, so that you would have no expectation? Yeah. See, that's how the enemy gets you to stop confessing and saying, calling out what you can have. So, as a child, growing up, I developed the power to perceive everything as it's going to be terrible. And if it's not, then it's a win. So I was a kid that had no expectations, no dream, no vision. I was happy. I peaked and was living in the purpose of my flesh at 19. I had my own car, my own job. I was able to smoke, drink, do whatever I wanted to. That was my life. I could have died. I served every purpose I wanted to in my life. I had no vision, I had no purpose, I had no expectation of anything greater. So, now that I've found Christ, I've heard Christ, I've experienced him and walked with him, now my gift of perspective has blessed me to know exactly what the enemy wants to do, because he's here. He's not running from you. So the best thing that you can do is know what he's going to do, or be able to sense what he will do, so that you can know how to navigate. So what I'm going to do for these next 20 minutes maybe, I'm going to bless you with a perspective that is going to be so left field that I want you to start challenging everything that you are looking at one way. The world has told you that this is the world that you live in. This is how you operate in. This is how you move. So the first thing I want to tell you is that that's a lie. Your perspective is your spiritual superpower. The only thing the enemy does is change how you look at things. We go back to the garden. That tree had been there. God put it there. Everything was already there. They had been kicking it, walking with God. Everything was there. He made them change the way they looked at it, the way they perceived it, and even how they perceived their whole environment. I always thought it was crazy how they were walking with God. The Holy Spirit just walking just freely. And he's like, hey, you could be a God too. And they're like, oh, that's something I want. I was thinking like, well, hold on. He gave you dominion. You named all the animals. Gave you a wife. You're walking with God. You're over this kingdom. What else do you need?
Right.
almost seem like you were in the position that he tried to make you seem like. But he changed your perspective and started making you think about yourself.